The NBA Finals are here. The Indiana Pacers are going up against the OKC Thunder. So let's rank these players and see who comes out on top. We'll start off with the most obvious one on the planet. SGA is obviously S tier.
You don't say!
Like we all know, he is going to be the best player in these finals, regardless of who wins. It's really about trying to limit how great he's going to be if you're the Indiana Pacers. And if you're the OKC Thunder, just like hope everyone else steps it up because there's not really a way for SGA to be any better right now. He has just been incredible, except for those faces. Okay, I know everyone hates it about like the free throw merchant thing, but also, you know, that face. Okay, let's go with Isaiah Joe. He hasn't done anything. He is a three-point shooter who hasn't been shooting threes. So he's going to be in the D tier. He's one of those guys that can surprise you and bust out those threes. And all of a sudden you're like, oh, yeah, he is a good shooter. So maybe he can do something, but I kind of doubt it at this point this year. Let's go with Andrew Nembhard. This guy, he's kind of similar. I'm going to put him in C tier. He is usually a lot better than the last like 6 games or so. He hasn't been doing great, but that's okay because other players on the Pacers have stepped up. But he could surprise some people. Jalen Williams, but not the good one. You know, like it's the other guy.
How dare you?
I'm gonna put him at least in this. He's F tier. All right, like he is one of those players. He's a little flat-footed. And like he did okay with Nikola for like 2 games and then got dominated. And they had to even go to Alex Caruso. Like everyone thinks about like, oh, it's amazing that Alex Caruso was able to guard Jokic. But why? Why did he have to? It's basically because Jalen Williams wasn't able to do it. And don't get me wrong, Jokic is one of the best players, if not the best player on the planet. So it's hard to contain him. But your big guys should have been able to do that. And the fact that you had to get like a shooting guard to guard their center, I think speaks to the quality of your centers, or at least the thickness of some of them.
Next!
Obi Toppin, this guy is constantly disappointing. He shows you like these moments where like he is so athletic. Maybe he's going to like just show up one day and be able to like fulfill all the possibility that we saw with Dayton and then like these flashes of brilliance that we see, but then he just makes terrible decision after terrible decision. But every once in a while he makes a 3 and surprises you. So I'm going to put him in C tier as well. Aaron Wiggins. I'm going to just leave him right there with Joe. He hasn't really been doing anything this postseason. He hasn't really needed to because of how great everyone else has been, but I'm just going to leave him right there. Ben Shepherd, I'm going to put him above Wiggins, but he's still D tier. Yeah, he got some minutes and he showed that he can defend, but he really didn't do all that much else out there on the court. And I think against OKC, you're going to need to have everybody do it because they aren't just like a defensive team. They are crazy with their offense. So you're going to have to compete with that, and I don't think that Shepherd can.
Stop being so mean to me, or I swear to God I'm going to fall in love with you.
I would expect his minutes to go down, but we'll see. Chet Holmgren, A tier. A tier, and he's not even like doing that much. That's the thing. As I watched the Denver series, I saw Chet, like, yeah, he was getting like the putbacks and everything, and every once in a while getting a block, but it didn't even seem like he was trying hard. Like he had wide open threes. Like the system that they run in OKC is not even really designed for Chet Holmgren, and he's still really, really good. And that should put everyone just like scare everybody. Like I saw flashes of Kevin Durant. I know how extreme that sounds, but I'm just like, this guy is going to be insanely good for a very long time as long as he stays healthy.
You got the moves. I'll give you that.
He's going to let everybody know what his name is. Benedict Mathurin, a guy who's also going to let people know what his name is, but maybe not for the same reasons. Benedict is one of those players that is just like annoying if you're the other team. Obviously, Giannis was pretty mad at him. So I'm going to put him in B tier. He is a player who can score. he is one of those players that can frustrate other players. So, like, not necessarily like the greatest defender, but just an annoying defender. So I think that's going to help in this series. Like, we got a few players like that, and he's really that guy for the Pacers, along with Nesmith. We'll talk about it. Alex Caruso is an A. I'm even tempted to put him in S tier in this series. Man, this guy's just been insanely good at what he does. He doesn't do everything, but what he does, he's amazing at. He can shoot threes. He can defend regardless of size, apparently, as long as, the refs aren't calling every tic-tac foul. He is an incredible defender, a smart player. He will always make the right decision, the right read. So he is A tier. He is maybe going to be the reason that the OKC Thunder lift up a trophy. But the reason why they might not is Pascal Siakam. I'm going to show my bias a little bit, but I will fight and die on the hill that Pascal Siakam is the most underrated player in the NBA. This guy is insanely good. He's been insanely good for a very long time. He is the player in this entire finals who has championship caliber experience. He has lifted up that trophy before. He could lift it up again, and he could be the best player on his squad. Now, that's saying something when you have Tyrese Haliburton, who's playing really well right now, and everyone's talking about him. But I think we need to pay attention to the fact that he was the Eastern Conference Finals MVP. I lifted both my fists up like it was freaking Rocky when he won that trophy, because I just want him to be appreciated. He is so good, and nobody cares about him, and they always mispronounce his name. Pascal is the bomb. I really hope that he shows out in this series. And if he does, then we got something. And it really needs that. I think the Pacers need him to show out, because they're looking like they're in trouble. Okay. All right. Let's go with Cason Wallace. He is a really good defender. And he could do some other things too. I'm going to put him in B tier. I'm pretty high on Cason Wallace. Like, watching him, he was bugging the heck out of Jamal Murray whenever he was on him. I think that could be someone that you could have on like Nembhard or even Haliburton and annoy him.
Hey, want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
Miles Turner, the constant trade guy. Man, we've talked about where is he going to go? Is it going to go to the Lakers? Is it going to go wherever? And there he is for 10 years on the Indiana Pacers, the longest tenured player. And here he is in the finals. He is good. Is he A? I think it could be. This is a good series for him to show how good he is as a center. He has the footwork of a classic big man. It's whether he stays down low or not. The system that they run, he usually ends up being somewhere along the three-point line. Obviously, he's a good three-point shooter, but I would like to see him down low a little bit more against someone like Chet or even Hardenstein. I think Turner could really exploit that. And if he does, that'll be interesting. Kenrich Williams. He had a good game one against Denver. Hasn't really done too much else, but he is pretty decent. I'm going to leave him in D tier. Thomas Bryant, F tier.
I think we have a critic. I don't think she likes the special sauce, Rick.
I know everyone's going to say, oh, his last game. He was so good in that win against New York, but no, man. As someone who has seen him over the years, he always finds a way to disappoint you. He is the most inconsistent dude ever. So I would put him at the very bottom here. And by the way, I don't have every player ranked here because there are some who aren't going to see the light of day from their bench. So if I thought that, then they're probably not on here. Lou Dort, B tier.
That's not good enough.
Maybe the best defender on his team, which is saying something. But he really hasn't been doing that much else. He can shoot threes and defend. Will he have to do more? We'll have to see. Aaron Nesmith. Let's see. This one's kind of hard because he has games where it's like he's literally on fire. 6 threes in the last 5 minutes. That's insane. I don't think we'll ever see something like that again. It was the craziest shooting display I've seen since maybe like that first game of Zion. Like, you guys remember that? Where Zion Williamson, who's not known for threes, was just like making all the threes and had like 20 points in like, what was it, like 16 minutes? But I mean, that's nothing. Like, this was way better than that Zion game. But Aaron Nesmith, I'm going to say, is probably B tier. That feels right, having him at the top of B tier. The way he's playing, he is one of those defenders that if the refs allow to do the hand checks, he is really good at it. If you watched him against New York, like literally every time he would just shove them. And some of the shoves were like really aggressive. But if the refs allow it, you know, like that's a strategy.
Not a great plan.
TJ McConnell, D tier. He comes in, gives effort, but not much else. He's one of those players that like always drives and then kicks out. And sometimes like people get onto that and go like, you're not going to shoot. Like, we know you're not going to shoot. You don't have an ability to raise up over a defender. We know you're going to kick out, and so they just get a steal, and he just does that a lot. So McConnell, I'm going to leave in D tier. Jalen Williams, the good one, obviously he's going to be A tier. He is just playing out of his mind lately. Like, he had a couple bad games against Denver, and then since then has just been insane.
Insane into men play. Insane into brain.
I'm going to put him above Chet Holmgren. Like, he is the second best player on that roster. Jarris Walker, I don't know if he's going to be playing. He did look like he got injured pretty badly. If he is playing, he's giving like really solid minutes. Like, just good defense, good hustle. I'm going to put him at the top of D tier right now. I think he is, out of those players, I would rather have him eat up minutes than like Ben Shepherd or TJ McConnell, obviously different positions. But he's just a guy who's going to give you hustle plays and is making pretty good decisions out there. So I really like him. I hope that he could come back for the Pacers. Plus, it just sucks when like your team gets into the finals and you don't get to play in the championship games. Like, that sucks. That sucks for him. I really hope it was just like a twisted ankle, but it looked a lot worse than that. All right, last two. Isaiah Hardenstein. If you had asked me before the season started, I would be much higher on him. As the season wore on, maybe it's just like the scheme that they use there in OKC. I don't think they do a lot with him other than those little drip shots, you know, like little floaters that he does. I don't think that's enough, like, for someone like him. And watching his footwork, I think he's going to get eaten up by Miles Turner. But I'm going to leave him in C tier. He hasn't been playing well. Tyrese Haliburton, man, where do you put him? Is he S tier? Yeah, he is. Come on, man. Yeah, he is. I know that there are so many people who hate on this guy, and I get it. Like, doing the choking, to me, is just like, don't do it ever. But like, he had it in his mind to use that, which shows just how corny you are. Like, just like, oh, you're going to do the celly. I think that's lame. But as a player, he is stellar. Maybe one of the best point guard games of all time. 0 turnovers in that game. Like, that's insane. He is so good. And he is one of those players that, for some reason, he just is able to do everything you don't want if you're the opposing team in the last 2.5 minutes of the game. He is a dream wrecker. You know, just comes in and wrecks dreams. And I love that. As I look at this, though, it's obvious to me that OKC has the better squad. But maybe if they get enough off the bench, the Pacers can, you know, live up to this, and maybe we can have like a really tough series. I think that the Pacers, they play like jazz, man. It's organized chaos, while OKC is very rigid. Like, they have just a few things that they do, and obviously it works really well. It's why they've won so many games and are like really on a historic season. But obviously, I don't want them to win. All right. Like, I know there's obviously some bias going on. I do not want them to win. I hate OKC. And if you want to learn more about that hate, you can click over here on this video where I talk a lot about that. Now, most likely they are going to win the championship. But I'm going to go and get a Pacers hat. That's what I'm going to do. As soon as I turn off this camera, I'm going to go find a Pacers hat because I am rooting hard. Let's go, Pascal. Don't let me down, bro. I'll see you in the next one.